They came, saw and scored their way to the DFB Pokal final. Germany's valiant rivals, SC Freiburg and RB Leipzig, are a heartbeat away from lifting the ultimate trophy of which none has ever won. SC Freiburg are still hopeful of winning their first major title in club history. Meanwhile, RB Leipzig have reached 2 of the last 3 DFB Pokal finals, losing 3-0 to Bayern Munich in 2019 and 4-1 to Dortmund in 2021. It is therefore a moment of truth for these finalists.
So 5 from 6 this season, make that 6 from 7. 35 minutes gone, 3-0 Freiburg. This is history in the making.
As we reveal the identity of 2021-2022 DFB Pokal champion, keep a close eye on this grandest match between SC Freiburg and RB Leipzig on Saturday, the 21st of May 2022 at 9 p.m. live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1. KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Peter kona Christine na anampenda sana.
Christine does not deserve my brother. She's not a wife, ni career woman.
I attract a certain type of men.
Can you be specific?
They are broke. Ni walevi.
Nataka kuongea na mama Jane. Mwambie atoke nje.
Wamunyota.
Jane, rudi nyumbani.
Hapa kuna wisdom kweli.
Ulinikosea sana kuletea jemedari pombe hapa.
Lakini si huyu ni mtu mkubwa.
Ama twende tuipe na wewe, twende Mexico.
Hizo vitu zenye unatumia siku hizi.
Kupata lazima nishike kama sikiza tune yako. Bonyeza *811 962 hash.
Lazima nishike mapema. Nisiposhika hii simu mapema utakasirika. Unajua mimi nikiwa mtu wa marathon najua niko na experience kabisa. Niko na experience. If you don't hurry, you will not break the record. Okay, wacha nishike hii simu.
Kupata lazima nishike, bonyeza *811 962 hash. *811 962 hash.
Good afternoon. Thank you for creating time for us. This is KBC. You're just in time for the Lunchtime News. It is the 21st day in the month of May 2022, 79 days to the next general elections, and political leaders are not leaving anything to chance. They continue to traverse the country, this as they woo voters ahead of the August polls. Do interact with us on all our social media platforms at KBC Channel 1. My name is Irene Muchuma Odem. On sign language interpretation this afternoon, we have Anne Wangeshi. President Uhuru Kenyatta has reaffirmed Kenya's commitment to strengthening bilateral ties with Switzerland. Speaking in Bern Friday evening at the start of his official visit to Switzerland, the first by a Kenyan head of state, the president said the visit demonstrated Kenya's desire to strengthen the long-standing trade, economic and investment ties between the two countries.
On one meeting with President Ignacio Cassis of the Swiss Confederation, President Kenyatta reiterated that Kenya remains an investment destination of choice in the East and Central African region. Recalling that during the official visit by the then Swiss President Alain Berset in 2018, several Swiss companies expressed interest to invest in Kenya, President Kenyatta said he was glad that most of these companies have since finalized plans to establish their presence in the country. Some of the areas the Swiss companies have interest in include pharmaceuticals, textile, agro-processing, hospitality, fintech, information communication technology, industrial parts and machinery. The two leaders also discussed the tourism sector, where President Kenyatta stressed the need to encourage people-to-people exchanges among the citizens of the two nations. The head of state also reaffirmed Kenya's commitment to the principles of the framework for the return of assets from corruption and crime in Kenya that was agreed and signed by the government of Kenya, Switzerland, the United Kingdom and Jersey. At the meeting, it was observed that a sum of $2 million held by the Swiss government, being proceeds of corrupt activities, was yet to be restituted to Kenya due to some legal issues, calling for conclusion of ongoing court cases on the same. President Kenyatta and President Ignacio Cassis agreed that the two governments will work together to expeditiously conclude the process of repatriation of the funds. The two leaders also emphasized the need to demonstrate that crime does not pay. President Kenyatta and President Ignacio Cassis also signed a letter of intent to cooperate on research and science. The letter of intent builds on the agreement on training of cooperation for international peace missions signed on October 13th last year to further strengthen cooperation on training for international peace missions. Isufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
The Principal Secretary in the State Department of Broadcasting and Telecommunication, Esther Koimet, has reiterated that the government will not shut down the internet during the forthcoming general election. Responding to media queries at the Rift Valley Innovation Center, Muchuma in Eldomeravine, the PS argued that Kenya has a robust economy that relies on internet and it won't shut down the internet during the election period.
Principal Secretary in the State Department of Broadcasting and Telecommunication, Esther Koimet, says that the government believes that the country has a regulatory space and environment to deal with any challenges that may arise from the elections management. She was responding to fears that Kenya may go the Uganda way, in which there was total internet shutdown during last year's general election that was largely said to be marred with irregularities.
The internet is very important for this economy. We are also a country that respects freedom of speech.
On hate speech, she said that the government is committed to ensure that there is peaceful election and that the Media Council of Kenya, a parastatal under her department, is working closely with journalists, training them on professional reporting. Isufar reporting for Lunchtime News.
And we'll be joining my colleague Kevin Washira later on in this bulletin. Also, KBC Channel 1 is on a roadshow to interact with its viewers on how they have been feeling about the broadcasting items here on KBC Channel 1, and we'll be bringing you those details in this bulletin as KBC Channel 1 continue to traverse the county of Nairobi. We are taking a short commercial break. We will be back with the news.
They came, saw and scored their way to the DFB Pokal final. Germany's valiant rivals, SC Freiburg and RB Leipzig, are a heartbeat away from lifting the ultimate trophy of which none has ever won. SC Freiburg are still hopeful of winning their first major title in club history. Meanwhile, RB Leipzig have reached 2 of the last 3 DFB Pokal finals, losing 3-0 to Bayern Munich in 2019 and 4-1 to Dortmund Dortmund in 2021. It is therefore a moment of truth for these finalists.
So 5 from 6 this season, make that 6 from 7. 35 minutes gone, 3-0 Freiburg. This is history in the making.
As we reveal the identity of 2021-2022 DFB Pokal champion, keep a close eye on this grandest match between SC Freiburg and RB Leipzig on Saturday, the 21st of May 2022 at 9 p.m. live and exclusive on KBC Channel 1. KBC Channel 1, your true sports partner.
Do you have a news story to share with KBC? Get in touch swiftly on email news@kbc.co.ke or call 0723 892 654 or 0734 780 124.
Hey, Charles!
The Heavenly Kingdom will note this.
Or don't give a damn what they think.
He has the jade of I guess. He must be Echo.
Would you like to teach him a lesson?
Thank you for staying with us. You're watching the Lunchtime News. Welcome back. Narok Governor Samuel Oletunai has decried what he terms slow transition of students to secondary schools in the county, despite the national government supporting the 100% primary to secondary school transition, while urging parents to ensure their children report to school. Tunai said his government has released 70 million shillings for bursary.
Governor Samuel Tunai was at Sekinani Girls in Narok West, where he urged parents to take their children to high school, adding that both levels of government are working together to support the 100% transition. The county boss appealed to members of parliament in the region to follow suit and increase the number of those who have reported to high school in the county, which has recorded a low number of Form 1 admissions.
Na hiyo watoto walifanya katika county hii, tunataka wote waende Form 1.
Narok West Member of Parliament Gabriel Oletengonyo lauded the teachers in his constituency for their input in the improved performance of the students, saying education in the county has improved and the number of girls dropping out for cultural reasons is slowly becoming a thing of the past.
Tumeendelea kufanya vyema both in primary and in secondary category.
Tonight, for the call on the residents to value education. Isafar reporting for Lunchtime News.
Governor Charity Ngilu has hinted at dropping her gubernatorial bid in favor of former Kitui Senator David Musila. Ngilu says the two are mulling the possibility of unifying their campaign to consolidate support under the Azimio la Umoja umbrella. This comes as Tiati Member of Parliament William Kaptet and Baringo Senator Gideon Moi expressed confidence that Wiper Party leader Kalonzo Musyoka will be back to Azimio la Umoja.
Kitui gubernatorial aspirants Charity Ngilu and David Musila may back one another if talks between them bear fruit.
We are standing here to consult as members of one political union. And so don't be surprised. Don't think that we have made any agreement to do anything. We are just going to be very good competitor.
The other party is UDA is our competitor, and the other party is Wiper, and the Wiper has disengaged and said that they are not part of Azimio. So we, the two candidates, gubernatorial candidates for Azimio, must continuously consult We are not enemies at all.
Governor Charity Ngilu, who is yet to name her running mate, hinted that she might drop her bid for re-election. Meanwhile, Baringo Senator Gideon Moi and Tiati MP William Kamket say Kalonzo Musyoka will go back to Azimio la Umoja coalition.
Unajua kutowekwa namba 2 yeye alistuka kidogo. Lakini sasa yeye ameenda ameangalia mpaka akaona ni vizuri akae katika hii serikali. Na ningependa kupongeza Gideon Moi kwa sababu yeye anafanya kazi mzuri. Ameongelesha rafiki yake, wamekaa pamoja, wakaomba pamoja, wakaimba pamoja, mpaka maneno sasa imeingia vizuri. Serikali ni yetu.
And in Migori County, gubernatorial aspirant John Pesa has refuted claims that he is being bankrolled by the Kwanza Alliance through Governor Okoth Obado. The former MP has been criticized for accepting the endorsement of Governor Obado, an ally of Deputy President William Ruto. Meanwhile, UDA supporters in Kilifi County want the party leader William Ruto to come clear on the coalition agreement he signed with Pamoja African Alliance Party.
Tunasikitika leo hii kuona chama kidogo ambacho hatujui kilikuwa wapi, kilikuwa kama maarufu baada ya kuingia Kenya Kwanza, kushikwa mikono na UDA, imemea pepe na kujitokeza na kuzungusha propaganda na tetesi kwamba sisi watu wa UDA ambao tuko Kilifi County na Pwani kwa jumla hatuko kwenye hesabu ya UDA. Mimi nataka niwahakikishie jambo moja, ya kwamba katika ulimwengu, katika nchi yetu ya Kenya, hakuna vile hata siku moja mpangaji atamiliki title deed ya mwenye nyumba.
UDA supporters say there is a lot of misinformation in the agreement. For Lunchtime News.
Close to 400 teachers of early childhood development education in Nyandarua County are celebrating a move to upgrade their employment terms from short-term contracts to permanent and pensionable. Nyandarua Governor Francis Kimemia, when issuing them with letters of employment, underscored the importance of ECDE teachers in forming strong foundation for learners.
Celebrating the new terms of service at Olkalau, Nyandarua County, the 381 teachers of early childhood development education could not hide their joy. The scheme, which puts the teachers in permanent and pensionable employment, was developed by the Department of Education and Nyandarua County Public Service Board.
All those ECD teachers who are serving and who have applied in this 200 position, who are about 145 in number, we can rest assure you, His Excellency, that they will not be left out.
Kutoka mwaka wa 2014 mpaka siku ya leo, safari ya miaka 8.
One by one, the teachers received their letters of employment, which they say bring to an end years of frustrations. Nyandarua Governor Francis Kimemia challenging the teachers to maximize on the opportunities.
Wataenjoy pension, wataenjoy housing, wataenjoy car allowance, wataenjoy commuter allowance, wataenjoy allowance zote ambazo ziko katika public service.
An additional 200 teachers will be engaged to reduce the ECD teacher shortage in the county. Meanwhile, teachers and learners of Mutanji Primary School in Laikipia County are a happy lot after their school received a facelift courtesy of the British Army training in Kenya, Batuk, Kenya. A water harvesting project was also installed.
I noticed that we hadn't done too many in this area. So I asked the local MP, Sarah Carrera, and the CDF, and they told us that there were 3 schools in this area that they would like some assistance with.
The rehabilitation aims at creating a conducive environment for the learners.
Yale madarasa yamekuwa dull, but now they are bright. Na tunafurahia sana kwa sababu wanafunzi wetu watasaidika sana.
Batuk Kenya has been undertaking such projects with the aim of maintaining strong community bonds.
West Pokot's Governor Professor John Lonyangapuo has lauded the clergy who have been tirelessly preaching peace among the warring communities, especially in the North Rift region. Lonyangapuo says that the efforts by the religious leaders seem to be bearing the fruits if the rising number of reformed cattle rustlers is anything to go by.
West Pokot Governor Professor John Lonyangapuo attended a national peace prayer caravan in Kapengurieni. It was here that he hailed the consistent efforts by the clergy to seek a peaceful coexistence among the warring communities.
Nataka nishukuru wahubiri hapa kiongozwa na hii team ya West Pokot. Tumeona Reverend Muchuma hapo. Those men, those women, they have committed themselves to stand in the gap. Wameomba mpaka tumeona Mungu ametembea area hii, wamebariki watoto wetu, wamebariki nchi yetu. So nataka niseme nyinyi wenye mmekuja waombezi, kweli mmekuja kwa nchi ambayo inaomba Mungu na tunataka tuongezewe.
Lonyangapuo says the efforts by the clergy seem to be bearing fruit if the rising number of reformed cattle rustlers is anything to go by.
We have a testimony hapa kwamba inawezekana watu wenye walikuwa na jina ngine majina yao wakabadilishwa ikawa nzuri, na ushuhuda ndio hiyo. Siku hizi hata watoto wetu wanasoma na kung'ara. In every ways we are there by the grace of God.
The county boss also warned politicians against inciting members of the public during this electioneering period.
Timu ya siasa ni kitu ya kupita. We have, if you read in the papers, hatuna ile kelele imeishi kwingine hapa. We ask God to help us to tone down ili tujue sisi tu ni ya kawaida. Baada ya kura si ni watu ya kawaida tu, so uinua tu watu alafu baadaye what next.
For Lunchtime News, I'm Safin Acheng Ouma.
Now, the Kenya Wildlife Service, in collaboration with Dalbit Petroleum Limited, have planted 1,000 trees at the Mawingo-Bongo Sanctuary Corridor. This is in a bid to help conserve the near-extinct mountain bongo antelopes in Mount Kenya forest, which have been greatly threatened by the poachers.
The rare antelope is in the process of being reintroduced back into what used to be its territory at Mount Kenya before it was threatened to its near extinction by poachers.
Kama kampuni ya Dalbit tulichukua hatua ya kuregesha wanyama hawa. Tukaanza na wanyama 5 na hivi leo tuko na karibu wanyama takriban 65 na tunaendelea kuwazalisha ili turegeshe mazingira vile yalivyokuwa.
The government of Kenya currently has an objective to increase the country's tree cover from 6.2% to 10% by 2030 with an aim of providing a green and suitable environment for mountain bongos in the sanctuary.
Kwa hivyo miti hii ni kudhibitisha kuwa Dalbit inataka kuwa na mpango ambao kwa Kiingereza tutaita sustainability. Tukipanda miti tunaleta mvua, tukileta mvua tunaleta maji, tunafanya jamii inakuwa very self-reliant na kisha tunaweza kupata kuendeleza biashara kwa muda mrefu.
Dalbit Petroleum CEO Timothy Skudi said the tree planting exercise is being done as an initiative that will contribute towards the Conservancy's target of 5,000 indigenous tree species in 2022 to improve the population of the endangered species in Kenya from the current population of less than 100 in the world.
Tunajua katika hali ya kupanda miti tunaleta uhai kwa dunia kwa sababu miti inaleta maji na maji ni uhai. Maji haya ndio yanakulisha hawa swara na pia yanafanya tuwe na society iliyo thabiti ambapo ndio kampuni inaweza pata watu wa kufanya kazi na pia ndio soko.
Kitui Governor Charity Ngilu is accusing Lands Cabinet Secretary Farida Karunei of allegedly meddling in the issuance of title deeds to Kitui South landowners. The governor claims she has been barred from distributing some 4,528 title deeds to residents of Ngwani and vote adjudication.
Speaking at Ngwani Center in Ikango Ward, Kitui South Governor Charity Ngilu claimed that the Cabinet Secretary Karunei had conspired with area MPs and County Land Register to forestall the distribution of title deeds.
Ardhi ya Wakamba ni yetu na sisi hatutaki akija kutuingilia. Ajue hivyo. Hata akiwa atakuja na nani, Farida Karania ajue. Na nitamuelezea mimi mwenyewe, President Uhuru Kenyatta, hatutaki mchezo ya ardhi yetu.
Governor Ngilu declared that she will not allow anyone to politicize or trivialize land matters in the county.
Na wanafanya namna hii, ni mwanajua ni kwa sababu gani? Kwa sababu Kitui South ndio kuko na mali nyingi sana hii ya minerals. Watu wameingia hapo, hata viongozi, na ndio hawataki mkijua ni nani amechukua ardhi huko. Na mimi nitawajua na nitawaletea majina yao.
The governor said she will take the matter to the president for action. Elvis Otieno for Lunchtime News.
8 mourners died on Friday night after a van they were traveling in was involved in an accident along the Mai Mahiu Narok Road. The 5 women and 3 men were returning to Naivasha from Kisii when their minibus rammed head-on onto a lorry near Mafutata Center. The 8, who are members of a Catholic church in Kongoni, Naivasha, were on their way back from the burial before the 2 a.m. accident occurred. Emotions ran high at Naivasha Sub-County Hospital mortuary as friends and relatives moved in to identify those who had died.
St. Anthony Catholic Church Kongoni.
Tunaomba kwamba kuna majeruhi wengi sana hapo hospitalini. Wengine wamepata matibabu, wengine bado hawajapata matibabu. Tunahimiza kwamba serikali iweze kushughulikia wale ambao wameweza kujeruhiwa zaidi, waweze kupata matibabu mbadala.
Those who died on the spot were 7. And just now we have lost 1 here in the emergency. So it was a very, very serious accident.
All right, time for us to get to sports news. National Rugby Sevens team lost the second match at the 12th leg of the HSBC Sevens World Series after being trashed 34-14 by host France. Kenya Sevens managed to score only 2 tries in the 5th minute and 10th of the game through Nelson Oyo and Alvin Otieno, while their opponents France scored 6 tries with 2 conversions. Kenya will play their 3rd match against Wales this afternoon. In the other Group B match, Fiji thrashed Wales 19-0. Kenya currently occupies position 10 on the log with 37 points. After Towless, the teams head to London for the 8th leg next weekend before ending the season in August in Los Angeles, USA. Next. The team of Eric Mutai, Julius Rono, Patrick Cheriot and Patrick Langat from Kericho Golf Club are the winners of the Road to Glen Eagles 2022 Johnny Walker Golf Series. The quartet posted a remarkable 101 joint points to floor a strong field of 100 top amateur golfers from across the country who participated in the series grand finale that was held at the Par 72 Karen Country Club. For their efforts, the team clinched the tournament's overall prize and all expenses paid trip to visit and play at the iconic Glen Eagles Golf Course in Scotland. The team fended off the challenge from Nakuru Golf Club's team of Kuljit Sahota, Wahunyahiro, Sajel Shah and Rahul Mesuria, who came in second after scoring 110 points. Coming in third was Jonza Club's team of Griffins Owino, Julius Omolo, David Omolo and Elizabeth, who returned a score of 108 points.